Another mail from Naveen. I fail to understand what he has written. Is it so difficult to write a proper email? I remember asking this question to a group of people. They replied, "Why write an email in this era of instant messaging?" But writing an email is essential in the professional world to maintain a record of your business communication. In this module, you will learn the structure of an email, the do's and don'ts of email writing, how to word a strong subject line to ensure that your mail is opened. We are sure that at the end of this module, you will be able to write strong business emails and have good business communication.
Objectives. On completion of this module, you will be able to describe the structure of an email, develop an effective subject line and text, utilize a few opening and closing phrases, state the do's and don'ts of email writing, draft an email using pointers taught in the session.
What is an email? Email is the short form for electronic mail. It is the information sent electronically between two or more people over a network. It involves a sender and a receiver or receivers. Why use email? An email is a record of communication between people. It can be retrieved at any point of time and can be used as a reference. Professionalism is essential for corporate emails. Let us take a look at the basic structure of an email. 2. Should contain the email ID of the primary person or people to whom the mail is sent. Mail can be sent to multiple people as well. CC is the short form for carbon copy. You can send the copy of the same mail to one or more persons by entering the email IDs of the concerned people here. These email IDs need not respond. BCC means blind carbon copy. It is used when sending mass mailers by certain departments in the organization. You can enter the email ID of the person who you want to send the copy of the mail to without the person whose mail ID is mentioned in the to and CC knowing about it. However, this option is not used by most individuals in formal emails since it is a breach of trust. Subject. This is a very important part of an email. This provides the reader the gist of the mail. The subject line should be short and to the point. You need not add a full stop to the subject line. You start the mail with hello or hi for a friend and dear Mr. or Miss or name of the person for an acquaintance or colleague. This is the main part of the mail where you type in the matter or information which you want to convey to the reader. An official mail should be limited to 3 to 5 lines. Use bullets if necessary. Here you end the mail with regards or thanks and regards or thanking you along with your name. Signature could be auto-generated. We can create a signature with the signature option. Put in details, full name, designation, organization name, email ID, phone number, company website. You can change the font and the font size. It is very important for us to proofread our email before sending it. Let's see how to do that. In the Message tab, click on the Spelling button. Choose Spelling and Grammar. Put a tick on Grammar Check. Change all that is necessary and then send the mail. In the body of the mail, let's look at some opening and concluding lines. Effective opening lines leave a lasting impression of the sender. These reduce the misunderstanding and miscommunication that may occur. Click to find some commonly used opening lines for everyday use. Concluding lines help in making sure that the point of the email is relayed to the reader. Also, further course of action is stressed upon. Click to find some commonly used closing lines for everyday use. Let's have a look at the tone of voice and the effect it can have on the reader of the mail. The informal and direct tone may be easy to type out, but sounds rude and may lead to you not getting the desired response from the reader. These examples show that thinking about how the reader will perceive the mail before you type it out is essential. If you type out in a hurry and are very informal with a client, you will not get any response. One has to be cautious when typing out to a supervisor or colleague as well, as finally your aim is to get the message across and get the desired response. You don't want to portray an arrogant image of yourself via an email. A strong subject line makes it clear as to what the mail is about and also makes sure that your mail gets opened. Common names can lead you to sending the email to another person. Spelling mistakes in the email IDs can lead to your email not reaching the desired person. These are reasons for miscommunication, misunderstandings, and sensitive information reaching another source. Long emails generally confuse the receiver. The mail might not be read till the end with concentration. The main message could be lost and the email is not effective. If there are too many points to be discussed, then a voice chat is recommended. Be brief and concise. Do write in an active voice. An email should be about only one topic. This will help the reader absorb the message thoroughly and respond accordingly. If there are multiple topics, the reader will be puzzled and will not be able to respond effectively. If you must have multiple topics, it is best that you number each point. As the reader is not able to see you, it is the words that will reflect your emotions. This can trigger a misinterpretation of the message. Politeness comes in words like kindly, do excuse me, looking forward to. Correct spelling and grammar is a sign of a true professional. it leaves a positive impression on the receiver of the email. Many words, when misspelled, could change the meaning of the email. Use the spell check option to avoid errors. Once the email is written and finished, do read it to check if the message conveys what you wanted to express. Check the structure of the email, attachments, grammar and spelling. Timely check of your inbox will help you reply to an important email. It helps keep up to deadlines. Even though you don't have answers to the queries, do reply back, apologizing or providing an alternative source or asking for time so that work is not stalled. Draft an email keeping in mind that it can be forwarded to many people in the hierarchy. Avoid loose talk, obscene jokes, and silly language as it reflects the sender's personality. Do check the compatibility of the format of the attachment being sent. Formats on your system might not work on others' systems. Confirm with the receiver on the format he can use on his system. The size of the attachment also matters. Sending large attachments via email should be avoided. Based on the position and relationship with the receiver, you must start your email with the correct greeting. Use salutations like Dear Mr., Dear Miss for a formal greeting. Hi, hello is used for semi-formal or informal mails. Adding too many people to the CC field is as good as sending them spam. Send the email only to the relevant parties. Unnecessarily CCing people will lead to your mails being ignored when they arrive in their inbox. All office information is highly confidential, and some attachments should be password protected so that only the desired party can open it. Mails would have a trail emails and IDs of many people. Keep the part of the trail mail that is relevant. Remove disclaimers if visible. The out-of-office assistance helps to keep people informed about your absence and whom to contact until you return. It helps the sender to take alternative decisions. Numbering and bullets make it easy to understand the points to be followed, steps to be executed, and clarifications if any. Writing in paragraphs does not give as much clarity when multiple points have to be expressed. Reading material which is numbered or bulleted is faster and gets the exact point across. Every company has its own policy with respect to signature formats. The level of importance of an email is also predetermined by the company. There could be other features as well, which is determined by the company policy. If your policy mentions not to share data to your personal email ID, do not do so, as it can be tracked. Uppercase is considered as rude in internet etiquette. It is considered as shouting. Emails in all uppercase and lowercase is grammatically incorrect and difficult to read. Formal emails contain information that are about the business and day-to-day work. Cracking a joke about a colleague or forwarding a joke in an email will not be appreciated. It can be used against the sender, especially if the joke is an obscene one. SMS language is not professional and should be used while chatting with your friends only. Words like LOL, BRB, OMG should be avoided. Short forms like PFA, FYI, EOD, ASAP should be used sparingly and not in a single sentence. Replying to an email is as important as drafting an email. Replying in one word could come across as lack of interest in the subject of the email. For example, replying just using only words like yes, done, okay, sure, do not give clarity of the reply. Calling immediately after sending the mail defeats the purpose of sending the email. Wait for at least 24 hours before you get an action on your email. Do take into consideration the varied schedule of the receiver. It reflects desperation from the sender's side, which may not be the actual case. Gossip is not entertained in any workplace. It is unethical and could invite trouble. It is very easy to type out untrue stories and spread rumors about others. It is sure to backfire on the sender. You might receive emails with a long list of email IDs that it has been sent to. Do not reply to the entire list. Edit the list and send only to the people that are relevant to you. It might be tempting to use bright colors to highlight points and to make the mail look attractive. This, however, is not professional. Use subtle colors which are soothing to the eye. Use bold to highlight a point. The mind doesn't think straight when one is angry. There will be no control over the words typed and the message will be distorted. This may get you into trouble because of the language used. Unnecessary escalations might take place. Attachments need not be sent back to the original sender while replying to the email. This will increase the size of the mail and cause unwanted internet traffic. Meera is writing a mail to a prospective client, Naveen Kapoor. Tick all that are appropriate. This is an example of an incorrectly written email. Identify what is wrong with this email. Click on the incorrect component in the given image. This is an example of an incorrectly written email. Identify what is wrong with this email. Click on the incorrect component in the given image. This is an example of an incorrectly written email. Identify what is wrong with this email. Click on the incorrect component in the given image. Look at this email. The subject line has proper information. The salutation is correct. The content of the email is precise and complete. The mail has a complimentary closing. Spell check has been done, hence there are no spelling mistakes. Look at another example of a perfect email. The subject line gives the gist of the mail. The mail is well addressed to the team members. The content of the mail gives complete information about the meeting and the agenda of the meeting. Provide an appropriate subject line for the following situation. Write an email to the VP projects in an engineering firm requesting for summer internship. You have already spoken to the person and he has asked you to send him your resume, cover letter and project transcript. Note, this is an offline exercise. On the next screen, you will be provided with a sample answer. Check your email against this sample email. Let us take a quiz to check our knowledge on email etiquette. Now that we have learned how to write an efficient email, let us make a note of the points to keep in mind while drafting an email. Write an email using the correct structure of an email. Write an effective subject line and text. Use appropriate opening and closing phrases. Use correct spellings and grammar. The do's and don'ts of email writing. Follow your company's email policy. The importance of responding to emails promptly.
By following the guidelines in this module, I'm sure you will be able to frame an email that is well written and will not be misunderstood and will convey the message that it is intended to.